a video on how I shoot, edit, and print my photos. So I broke my whole process down into 4 different steps: taking photos, editing them, exporting them, and printing them. So let's start with the first step, which is taking the photos. I take the majority of my pictures on my iPhone 6. I don't feel the need to carry a big camera around with me, nor do I want to because I am lazy. And on my iPhone I shoot on the VSCO Cam app, or Visco? I don't know what it's called. But I use that app to take the photos, and if I don't have any time or I'm too lazy to click through to get to that app, I'll just use the regular camera, and that works fine as well. So the next step is editing my photos. I do most of my editing on the same app that I take my photos on. The first thing I do once I get my pictures into VSCO Cam, I'll usually adjust the brightness and contrast first. I usually just put it up once for each thing, depending on the lighting. I'll usually do something with the temperature. If it's like, sometimes if I'm like in a room that has really yellow light, I'll bring this temperature down and cool it down a little bit so it gets rid of some of the yellowness. Then I go through filters. I made a list of all the filters that I use because I don't really remember them by name since they have really nondescript names. I usually use T1, HB2, A5 or 6, and S2 for black and white. I like to use X2, X3, and B5. Yeah, some of them come with the app and some of them you actually have to purchase separately. I think it's only like maybe 99 cents to $2 for a whole kind of set of filters from the app, and you can just buy them in there. I usually adjust the filter amount to like a 7 or 8 depending on the photo. And sometimes if I have bad quality photos, like photos that are taken off Snapchat or front-facing camera pictures that are just kind of grainy, I like putting them on black and white filters because I feel like you can't really tell as much that it's a bad quality photo. My next step is exporting the photos. So I just select all of them and export them to my camera roll. I used to use PhotoStream to export my photos, but I found it took a really long time for everything to sync together from my iPhone to my MacBook. Now I use Dropbox, which is really helpful. You can get it for free and you just download the app on your phone and then you configure it to work on your computer as well. I have a folder in my Dropbox that's just for Project Life photos, and I'll just upload them right into there, and then I can get them right on my computer and get ready to print them. So my final step is printing my photos. I do this in Photoshop. What I do is I'll open a new canvas, make sure it's sized 4x6 and the resolution is at 300. Then I'll take photos from my Dropbox, usually 2 at a time, depending if I'm printing 2 3x4s on a 4x6 sheet or 1 4x6, and just drag it into Photoshop and resize them to 3x4 inches or 4x6 inches. Make sure your resolution is still set at 300 for those photos because I've done it where I've forgotten to do that, and then when I print them they're super blurry and pixely and it's just a waste of photo paper, and then you have to reprint, and that's not fun. Once my photos are on the canvas and they are configured the way I want them to, I will just send them to my Selphy, my Canon Selphy CP910 printer, which connects over Wi-Fi, which is really great. And I'll just send it to print right away, and then I'll just keep going with my photos and just keep adding them to the queue of things that need to get printed. I really love my Canon Selphy. I talk about it often? I don't know, do I? I think about it often. It's just this really small portable printer, great for traveling if you like to scrapbook while you travel. It's really lightweight. It has photo paper that is made just for the Selphy printers, and it kind of prints in layers, which is kind of cool. And I usually purchase a pack of 108 printer ink combo packs. It looks like this, which is open, but it comes with all of the paper and ink that you need for this box. So it's like preset. One thing that you have to remember when you are doing this is that every time you start your printer up again, it will preset a roll of ink. If you turned it off right after and then turned it on again, you would have not used that ink cartridge that loaded up already, if that makes any sense. So just make sure you're not wasting your ink that way. Another thing to keep in mind with this Selphy paper is It's not truly a 4x6 photo. It's like a little bit smaller. Has a tendency to fall out of photo page or pocket pages if you're doing Project Life. It doesn't bother me. I don't really care. But if that's something that concerns you, I would consider looking at other printers because that is a thing that will happen. So yeah, once I print all my photos out, I'll just cut down the 3x4 cards, or the 3x4 photos that need to get cut down, and I rip off the little perforated sides, and then I just stick them in my page protectors. That's my process. Hopefully you guys got some helpful tips about editing your photos from this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just let me know down below in the comments, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye! Like a chipmunk. Oh no, my battery's dying!